If you are holding a 1994 South Africa 10 cents coin in your hand, you might think it is just another small piece of change, something that once passed quickly from one person to another in everyday transactions. At first glance, it does not appear dramatic or extravagant. It is not made of gold. It is not large or heavy. It does not immediately shine like a rare treasure. But sometimes the most powerful stories are hidden inside the smallest objects. And this particular coin carries the weight of one of the most important years in South African history. The year 1994 was not an ordinary year. It was a turning point that reshaped an entire nation. After decades of apartheid, South Africa held its first fully democratic elections. People of all races stood together in long lines, many voting for the first time in their lives. It was a moment filled with emotion, anticipation, and hope. That same year, Nelson Mandela became president, marking the beginning of a new democratic era. A coin minted in 1994 is directly connected to that transformation. It is more than currency. It is a witness to history. The 10 cents coin from 1994 reflects the identity of a country redefining itself. On one side, you will see the elegant arum lily, a flower closely associated with the natural beauty of South Africa. The design is simple but symbolic. The arum lily represents resilience and purity, qualities that echoed throughout the nation during that historic transition. The detail in the engraving shows careful craftsmanship, from the smooth curve of the petals to the clean lines that define the stem. On the other side of the coin, the name of the country appears in multiple official languages. This was not a random design choice. It was a statement. South Africa was embracing unity in diversity, acknowledging its cultural richness and linguistic heritage. Every time someone used this coin, they were unknowingly carrying a symbol of national unity in their pocket. The coin was produced by the South African Mint, an institution with a long-standing reputation for precision and quality. The mint ensured that coins met strict production standards, but within large-scale minting processes, small variations can occur. Those variations are what collectors carefully search for today. When people imagine valuable coins, they often think about ancient civilizations, rare gold pieces, or limited edition commemoratives. They rarely consider modern circulation coins. Yet history has repeatedly shown that coins from pivotal years can gain remarkable value over time. The 1994 10 cents coin stands out because of the historical moment it represents. Condition is one of the most important factors in determining value. A coin that has been heavily circulated, scratched, or worn down will generally hold little more than its face value. However, a coin that remains in uncirculated condition can be dramatically different. Uncirculated coins retain their original mint luster. The details are sharp. The surfaces are clean. There is no visible wear from handling. These are the coins that attract serious attention from collectors. Proof versions of the 1994 10 cents coin also exist. Proof coins are specially struck using polished dies and carefully prepared blanks, resulting in a mirror-like background and frosted design details. These coins are typically produced in limited numbers and intended for collectors rather than general circulation. If you possess a proof coin from 1994 in pristine condition, it could be significantly more desirable than a standard example. Mint errors add another layer of intrigue. During production, small mistakes sometimes happen. A coin might be struck slightly off-center. It might have a double strike. It could display a minor die crack or other unusual characteristic. While errors might seem like flaws, in the world of coin collecting they often increase a coin's uniqueness and value. An error coin tells a special story about the minting process, making it one of a kind. The historical context of 1994 amplifies the coin's importance. Transitional years often create strong interest in the numismatic community. When a country experiences political change, social transformation, or a shift in leadership, the currency issued during that time becomes a tangible link to the event. The 1994 10 cents coin is directly tied to the birth of a new democratic South Africa. That emotional and symbolic significance can drive collector demand. Over time, fewer high-quality examples remain available. Coins are lost, damaged, melted down, or forgotten in storage. As decades pass, pristine examples become scarcer. Scarcity naturally increases desirability. When a coin combines scarcity, excellent condition, and historical importance, its market value can rise dramatically. Global interest in African numismatics has grown steadily. Collectors and investors are increasingly looking beyond traditional European and American coins. South African currency, particularly pieces associated with major historical milestones, has gained international recognition. Auctions and private sales sometimes reveal surprising prices for coins that were once considered ordinary. Imagine discovering a 1994 South Africa 10-cent coin tucked away in an old box of belongings. You take a closer look and notice the details appear unusually sharp. The surface shines. There are no scratches, no discoloration, no signs of wear. It looks almost untouched by time. You begin to wonder whether it ever entered circulation at all. You decide to have it examined by a professional grading service. Experts authenticate the coin and evaluate its condition under magnification. They confirm that it is genuine and assign it a high mint state grade. The certification provides assurance to potential buyers and collectors. Suddenly, what seemed like small change becomes a verified collectible. Interest begins to grow. Collectors who specialize in transitional year coins recognize the significance of 1994. They understand the connection to a historic election and the presidency of Nelson Mandela. They see not just a 10-cent coin, but a preserved artifact from a transformative moment in global history. As bidding competition increases, the value climbs. The combination of exceptional preservation, historical importance, and collector demand creates momentum. What once circulated as everyday currency now commands serious attention. Coins are miniature time capsules. They travel through hands, markets, and generations. They witness change. They survive when paper documents fade or are lost. A coin minted in 1994 carries the spirit of that year within its metal. The 10-cent denomination may seem modest, but face value does not determine collectible worth. In the numismatic world, rarity, demand, and story are what truly matter. The story behind the 1994 South Africa 10-cent coin is powerful. It represents unity after division, hope after hardship, and the beginning of a new chapter for millions of people. Many collectors are drawn to coins that mark political transitions. These pieces often become symbols of resilience and renewal. The 1994 10-cent coin embodies that symbolism. It is not flashy, yet it carries depth and meaning that if you own one, it is worth examining closely. Look at the edges. Observe the clarity of the design. Check for unusual characteristics. Consider whether it might be uncirculated or even a proof version. Research recent auction results and market trends. Knowledge is essential in determining true value. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Ordinary objects sometimes become extraordinary over time. A coin that once bought a small item at a shop can, under the right conditions, become highly sought after. It all depends on rarity, preservation, and demand. The 1994 South Africa 10-cent coin stands as a reminder that history can live in the palm of your hand. It is a piece of a nation's journey toward democracy. It is a symbol of unity expressed through language and design. It is evidence of a historic year that changed the course of a country. As decades continue to pass, the importance of 1994 remains clear. Future generations study it in textbooks. They watch documentaries. They learn about the first democratic elections and the leadership that followed. Coins from that year quietly carry the same story. Collectors understand this connection. They recognize that tangible artifacts create a stronger link to the past than words alone. Owning a coin from a historic year is like owning a fragment of that moment. Not every 1994 10-cent coin will be rare or valuable. Many remain common and circulated. However, exceptional examples do exist. Coins preserved in outstanding condition. Coins with rare minting errors or limited proof strikes can command impressive prices. There are stories in the numismatic world of coins discovered in drawers, jars, or inherited collections that turned out to be far more valuable than expected. These discoveries inspire collectors to look more carefully at everyday currency. The 1994 South Africa 10-cent coin encourages that curiosity. It invites you to reconsider what you might otherwise ignore. It challenges the assumption that only large or precious metal coins have worth. Sometimes value is hidden in plain sight. Sometimes it is tied to a specific year, a specific event, a specific shift in history. 1994 was that kind of year for South Africa. A coin minted during that time carries emotional and historical significance that goes far beyond its denomination. If you find one in remarkable condition, take it seriously. Preserve it carefully. Store it properly to prevent damage. Seek professional advice if necessary. The difference between an average coin and a high-grade collectible often comes down to preservation. Collectors around the world continue searching for meaningful additions to their collections. They seek coins that tell stories, coins that represent milestones. The 1994 South Africa 10-cent coin fits that description perfectly, and under the right circumstances, with extraordinary rarity, flawless condition, and intense collector demand, a 1994 South Africa 10-cent coin has reached a valuation of $1,200,000.